This is a Rogue Media Network production.
Welcome back to the show. For the community of Gatesville, March 16th is a date they will never forget because just before 7 p.m. this past March 16th, a fire broke out on the west side of the downtown square, starting in the Gatesville Messenger building and quickly spread to nearby structures. Crews from all across Gatesville and Coryell County worked through the night to contain that blaze. And by morning, it was devastation. Several buildings were destroyed. 3 firefighters, in fact, had to be treated for minor injuries. Thankfully, no lives were lost. But that fire was contained to a single block. Its impact, though, has been deeply felt. Now, to focus on the recovery and the support of local businesses, rebuilding downtown, and looking ahead with a purpose, in the midst of all that work, the city manager is here with us. And it is so wonderful to welcome Brad Hunt to the show. When you reached out to me to say, oh, I'd like to come be on the show and we'll talk about the 250th celebration, and days later when this fire happened. So we're finally getting a chance to talk. I know your life's been very different.
Been very busy, that's for sure. We planned a very large slate of events for the America's 250th and wanted to really put Gatesville on the map for a lot of folks. We have so much to offer there and such a great community to live in and work in. And as we were just really getting rolling on that and starting our outreach to come speak about that, then we had a pretty hard reset. A historic event occurred with that fire, as you described. And, we really see our community come together in support of downtown in general and really the businesses there that were affected, the folks that some of them lost their jobs and still aren't back to work because there's no building to work in, the Gatesville Messenger, the newspaper, and what it's had to go through. And of course, we had a benefit last weekend that was in support of all that and had a great turnout. That was put on by local citizens, not by the chamber of the city. We supported them in their effort and they did a great job. And it just really has shown, a lot of the heart of Gatesville on how we're trying to recover from that, which you said, devastating, event.
Well, it's when a tragic event like this happens that you see the heart of a community and everybody
Definitely.
coming together. So take us back to that evening. What do you remember about when it first was unfolding?
Oh, well, so I got a call. We had, worked that day, got a call about 7:30. Says, hey, there's a fire on the square. There's smoke showing from a building. There's multiple units down there. I'll call you back and let you know how bad it is here in a little bit. And I thought to myself, well, the square could be pretty bad. Let me just drive on down there.
Yeah.
And of course, by the time I got down there, they had been fighting that fire for about 45 minutes. And there was some smoke showing. There was a little bit of visible flame coming from that wall of the Messenger building. And I just saw more and more units pouring in from fire departments, as you said, all across Coryell County. One aerial unit from Gatesville was already up and going. Another aerial unit arrived from Coppers Cove. And then the first flames really started showing in the roof of the Messenger. And I realized pretty quickly that we had a major historic deal going on. All the police department and sheriff's office, DPS, TxDOT, multiple start arriving and helping with traffic control, perimeter control, and really just stayed there till about 2 or 3 in the morning as it all progressed through. Trying to be a good leader.
Look for hot spots and all those kind of things.
Well, they were still fighting an active fire at 3 in the morning.
Right.
Heck, that fire kept popping up for 2 weeks later in the Messenger
really?
building because they couldn't do their normal routine of dragging the rubble out of the way and fighting the fire underneath it because some walls collapsed, but others remained standing and they're 35 feet high, still there. It wasn't worth the risk to human life to go in and put out smoldering, newspapers or furniture.
Yeah.
They
yeah.
faced a worst case scenario. Like I said that night, it was 120-year-old buildings. You had a newspaper office full of newspaper,
Oh.
a furniture store for furniture. I mean,
Oh.
they were in containment mode. They saved a nearby structure to the west from burning. They saved the courthouse from being any kind of damage to it, the historic
That
courthouse.
was a huge question
So,
mark, I'm sure,
oh,
early
that's the
on.
first thing people ask when you
Yeah.
say downtown fire. It was the courthouse.
Yeah.
All right, and so it is devastating for those owners. They have some great plans on what they want to do in the future.
Well, that's encouraging.
And we've been really trying to support them and meet with them often to see if they're getting state support and what can we do to help them as a city. They're going to be facing some significant costs on demolition, and we're trying to help them navigate that with any assistance that might be available from the state. And that's kind of where we're at right now. They got through their insurance process actually pretty quickly.
Really? Oh,
And,
that's a miracle.
But unfortunately, the insurance does not cover the cost of demolition.
Right.
So that's where we're at now.
Right. So they knew exactly what started the fire?
We were never told the official cause of the
Oh.
fire by the state fire marshal's office. What we were assured was that it was not intentionally set.
Right.
There was no arson or anything like that, but we have not actually gotten the official cause of the fire.
Hmm. Well, I just know when I was, before we started, I said it was a friend of mine, in fact, a former meteorologist at Channel 25 who lives in Mississippi, and he always kind of monitors the cameras that are on local communities. And he texted me about the fire. So somebody in Mississippi let me know at first. And we all just, I shared that, and we were all heartbroken to see that. Of course, one of my favorite places in Texas is the Coryell Museum there.
Yes.
The spur capital of Texas.
Yes.
And so it was
Great
not,
museum
it
there.
wasn't hurt.
No, ma'am. No.
Yeah, right. It was far enough. I'm thinking, I think it's far enough away.
Right. I mean, those folks in the Lairds had been there for 140, 120 years. The Messenger had been in operation for a long, long time in the 1800s. And so we had just gotten the historic district designation from the National Park Service, and we're really excited about getting a lot of tax breaks and incentives for folks to develop in downtown.
Well, is that still?
And it's still in effect.
That's
And
still
there's
in
a lot
effect?
of development
Okay.
going on in downtown.
Well, that's good.
A lot of things to see, a lot more that's coming. And so we'll be interested to see and excited to see where our silver lining is with that west side of the square, and how the community responds to the need that is there for them.
Yeah, but they are planning to rebuild there.
At least the furniture store, the Laird's, those folks are. And the other two are a little bit in flux still, trying to figure that out.
Didn't the Messenger, didn't it get sold or
The
something?
Messenger did get sold, and is now owned by another company that I believe the ones that published the Belton and maybe the Copper's Cove newspapers.
Okay.
But that's good for those employees, state employed. It's very good to have a local paper that covers, Gatesville specifically.
Yeah.
Smaller towns from bigger newspapers kind of tend to be like page 19 over here.
If they get anything.
If anything.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's very good to have that local community paper and to get the word out on good or important or bad things that are going on in town. So.
For longtime residents, though, there has to be an emotional impact.
Oh, there's so
There
many
is.
stories people have of when they remember when it was the white elephant or something before that. And, we always went there on Saturdays when I was a kid. And so it's still a loss. It's definitely felt across the community there.
Yeah, yeah. So the firefighters that were injured, they're okay?
They are. They had smoke inhalation, the three of them. Got treated and released that night.
Yeah.
Not unexpected there. I got a little smoke inhalation being 50 feet away from it when the wind would shift. But
Yeah.
at first they were trying to go in and fight from the inside and realized pretty quickly that was going to be too hazardous and had again to go to that outside containment mode.
So what do you want the community to understand about the work of those firefighters that
Well,
night?
I'm glad you asked that because they're all 100% volunteers. The only paid firefighters there was when Copper's Cove arrived in that mutual
Really?
aid environment. So everyone else there is a volunteer who had worked that full day, worked that whole night and the whole next day. Some of them were there 28, 30 straight hours after a full day of work. And so really what we encourage folks is to understand your local volunteer fire department. If you live in Gatesville or anywhere in Coryell County except for Cove, you live in McLennan County and you are in China Spring or somewhere like that, you have a volunteer fire department that could use your support, if not in time, definitely in money. They accept donations of things like soap and, hand sanitizer and paper towels, but what they really have is a training budget and an equipment budget to keep up that local cities and counties, they definitely contribute to that, but there's always more that they hope to be able to do and could do with that kind of donation. And you really get a greater appreciation for them when you see them acting on some major scene like that, or a major grass fire, even when they just come out to car crashes, or, you burned your bacon in the kitchen that day and had smoke in your house. I mean, they're a vital part of any community is having that fire response. And so we encourage folks to support them when you live in an area where it's a volunteer fire department.
Oh, well said. We talked a lot about, I know at the TV station, about local fish fries or whatever that the volunteer fire department would have. This is crucial for them for raising that money. So what is right now the cleanup and stabilization of those buildings? What does that look like? Right.
Oh gosh, it looks like a bomb went off in downtown.
No.
The partially collapsed walls are still standing. They're of course very unsafe structures, so we put a perimeter fence around there. We had to put some shipping containers in the alley to the west of the Messenger building in case that wall collapsed onto an adjacent building. So the city incurred a little cost on some of those things. And really, again, we encourage folks to be patient as we help those, private owners and owners of those lots navigate the system to get reimbursed for some of their costs out of pocket, and encourage them in their new developments as to what they want to do on their property there.
Yeah. Well, you've just seen, I'm sure, an outpouring of support from the people in Gatesville, also the surrounding areas.
Oh, yes. So, I mean, when that benefit happened on the 25th of April, it was not just a Gatesville community event. There was folks coming from all over to be part of that. They had a great slate of live music going as well, but there were vendors. I mean, I bet they had 50 vendors from all across Central Texas there.
Yeah.
And again, every time you say the name Gatesville right now, the conversation turns to how's things going with the fire.
Oh, yeah,
so the
absolutely.
concern has been really appreciated, regionally on that level.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. A lot more we want to talk about, because we really do want to get into the fun stuff that's coming up later this summer with the big 250th celebration of the founding of the nation. But want to take a quick break and tell you that today's show is brought to you by Alan Samuels Dodge Chrysler Jeep and Ram, your friend in the car business. They are making deals on cars, trucks, SUVs, and pre-owned cars, and big sales are going on right now. So at Alan Samuels, they say, stop by, let's be friends. Stay with us. There's more of the show ahead.
It's the premier charity event of the year, the 2026 Central Texas Cattle Barons Ball, presented by Ascension Providence. A fun evening filled with great food and drink, dancing, a spectacular auction, and more. This year's theme is Nashville Nights, Neon Lights, and Bullfights. Get your tickets now, donate, or be a sponsor. Help support the American Cancer Society to find a cure. The 2026 Central Texas Cattle Barons Ball, October 24th at MCC Highlander Ranch. For more information, go to centraltexascattlebaronsball.org.
Like Alan Samuels always said, Waco has a lot to offer, and so do we at Alan Samuels Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Fiat. Come by, let's be friends.
Cleanse your body of accumulated toxins and embark on your wellness journey at your own pace. At Global Healing, we provide premium supplements to help your body heal naturally. Start your healing journey today at globalhealing.com and organichemp.com.
Designed to elevate the off-road experience, enabling adventurers to conquer any terrain For 50 years, you've trusted us on your toughest recoveries, to your most breathtaking destinations, and in countless unforgettable memories.
At 4U Health, we believe wellness and lab testing should be accessible, inclusive, and yes, fun. With our tech-powered at-home lab test, you save time and money while feeling your best. 4U Health. Visit 4uhealth.com today.
For anyone that's in the car buying mode or looking for a car right now or a truck, I would definitely come by Allen Samuels, get to know the people here like I have, how well I'm taking care of the dealership and how well, service and any kind of warranty issues or those sort of things. Because the way they take care of me, it's made me a Ram driver. And so I don't think they'd want to go anywhere else if they came here.
Like Alan Samuels always said, Waco has a lot to offer, and so do we at Alan Samuels Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Fiat. Come by, let's be friends.
Finance is evolving. Automation, data analytics, and AI are reshaping what finance teams do every single day. The best way to predict the future of finance is to be ready for it. If you want a head start, check out 365 Financial Analyst.
Earning an online certification is a quick and convenient way to gain industry-recognized credentials. Select your ACLS course. Print your ACLS certificate. You can print your certification wallet card. aclsnow.com.
Our patented handles were launched in 2018. We continue to push the boundaries of strength training. Join us in making your training more natural and effective. Visit Engels90.com to learn more and revolutionize your workout.
Cleanse your body of accumulated toxins and embark on your wellness journey at your own pace. At Global Healing, we provide premium supplements to help your body heal naturally. Start your healing journey today at globalhealing.com and organichemp.com.
If I had somebody that was looking for a car, I would definitely recommend Alan Samuels. The trust that I have, the care that they take, they genuinely want to take care of you. They really ask for your feedback when you go to the support department to make sure they're taking care of you in every way possible. So I really appreciate that they listen to your feedback.
Like Alan Samuels always said, Waco has a lot to offer, and so do we at Alan Samuels Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Fiat. Come by, let's be friends.
Enjoy a quiet atmosphere with beautiful river views at the Brazos Landing, located in Waco along the Brazos River across from McLean Stadium. Enjoy homemade dishes like shrimp and grits, chicken piccata, braised short ribs, prime New York steaks, and more. Plus, enjoy a delicious dessert like creme brulee or key lime pie. Open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday. Brazos Landing in Waco, the only place where I-35 and the Brazos River meet.
What is that?
18 candles and a handful of dreams. Screen door slams, the baby screams, barely 17, when she first made love with that football player at the senior prom. They got a two-room house on the edge of town, hardwood floors but a little rundown. There's a rose garden where the weeds have grown. Gonna take a lot of work, but it's a place of their own. And there's a statue of Mary in the garden, holding out her hands as if to pray. watching through the screen door to the kitchen where they bow their heads to pray and ask for one more miracle today. Rise and shine at 5 each day. She's waiting tables at the local cafe. He drives a paper route in a broke-down car. Got their whole life savings in that cookie jar. When Uncle Sam calls, he enlists. Gonna make a better life for his wife and kid. 6 months later, he's off to war. She cries out, just let him come back, Lord. And there's a statue of Mary in the garden, holding out her hands as if to pray, watching through the screen door to the kitchen where she bows her head to pray and asks for one more miracle today. Cold winter nights melt into May. They both write letters back and forth every day. She talks about the baby and how he's grown. Says she doesn't know when, but he's gonna come home. And one hot summer night, she was down on her knees, planting and praying and pulling up weeds. June bugs danced, the crickets sang. The world went quiet when the telephone rang. They say you never really know what you got till it's gone, and every day that passed, their love grew stronger. She listened for a voice on the telephone. She heard, "Baby, it's me, and I'm coming home." She screamed and cried, gave thanks to the Lord, bounced for the baby across a hardwood floor, danced outside in the garden that night where a red rose bloomed under a starry sky. And in the moonlight, she saw Mary in the garden, holding out her hands as if to pray, watching through the screen door to the kitchen where they'd bowed their heads to pray and ask for one more miracle today. Ask for one more miracle today. God bless our troops.
It's the 2026 Heart of Texas Builders Association Parade of Homes, brought to you by the First National Bank of Central Texas. Tour a variety of homes at different price points, plus see the latest trends from beautiful kitchens to outdoor living spaces. See the latest colors and design patterns. This is your chance to walk through homes, meet the builders, and get inspiration for your own projects. The Heart of Texas Builders Association Parade of Homes, June 5th, 6th, and 7th, and June 13th and 14th. Tickets are available online or at any parade home. For more information, go to wacohomeparade.com.
We're celebrating the Declaration of Deals at Allen Samuels in Waco. Right now, get $13,000 off a new Ram 1500 Lone Star, plus 2.9% for 72 months. Cash in on $13,000 off a new Ram 2500 Laramie Crew Cab, or choose 0% for 36 months, plus no payments for 90 days. Feel secure with America's best full-size truck powertrain 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty at Allen Samuels.
Come by, let's be friends.
Earning an online certification is a quick and convenient way to gain industry-recognized credentials. Select your ACLS course. Print your ACLS certificate. You can print your certification wallet card. aclsnow.com.
Our patented handles were launched in 2018. We continue to push the boundaries of strength training. Join us in making your training more natural and effective. Visit Engels90.com to learn more and revolutionize your workout.
Cleanse your body of accumulated toxins and embark on your wellness journey at your own pace. At Global Healing, we provide premium supplements to help your body heal naturally. Start your healing journey today at globalhealing.com and organichemp.com.
Designed to elevate the off-road experience, enabling adventurers to conquer any terrain. For 50 years, you've trusted us on your toughest recoveries, to your most breathtaking destinations, and in countless unforgettable memories.
At 4U Health, we believe wellness and lab testing should be accessible, inclusive, and yes, fun. With our tech-powered at-home lab test, you save time and money while feeling your best. 4U Health. Visit 4uhealth.com today.
It's our declaration of deals, and savings are moving fast at Allen Samuels Jeep in Waco. Get a 2026 Jeep Wrangler Sport for just $32,990, or take $10,000 off a 2026 Jeep Grand Cherokee Summit. Or qualified buyers can get 0% APR for 36 months and no payments for 90 days. Don't stand still. Drive today. Allen Samuels.
Come by, let's be friends.
Finance is evolving. Automation, data analytics, and AI are reshaping what finance teams do every single day. The best way to predict the future of finance is to be ready for it. If you want a head start, check out 365 Financial Analyst.
And we are back with Brad Hunt, who is the city manager.
Yes.
He's the manager. He's the boss now at Gatesville. And it's so fun to catch back up with you because you were a public information officer.
Yes.
And you've done lots of different things with police.
Yes.
Let's talk a little bit about your journey to get where you are now as city manager of Gatesville.
City manager of Gatesville. I came to Gatesville in February 23 to be the police chief, and was the chief in Gatesville for a little over a year. When the city manager departed, they asked me to be the interim in May of 24, and that interim turned into full-time, turned into me sitting here talking to you as as I almost said general manager.
You almost said general manager.
That's going to put that on my card now. Yeah.
You might as well be the general manager.
I had been in Temple Police Department from 1995, and then I actually retired about a week after you did, April 3rd, 2020, right as the pandemic was starting.
Yes.
I was a chief up near Cleburne for a little while in a town called Keene, and then when the Gatesville chief position came open, it was a no-brainer for me to want to come back.
Yeah, you were up kind of just south of the Metroplex, so it's different.
It was South Fort Worth, basically, there.
Yeah.
Yes. And I'm a Houston boy, and living near Dallas was tough. And coming back to Central Texas, where I've been for 34 years now, is home. you know, and so we're glad to be here as a family living in Gatesville. The city manager job has been a steep learning curve, and now the last 2 years, leading is leading, and that's, I think, why a lot of chiefs are becoming city managers.
Well, here in Waco, yeah.
Yes, Ryan
Holt is doing that. It's amazing.
Know him pretty well. We've been knowing each other as college roommates, in fact, since
that
about
is
1990.
Awesome. Yeah.
So we don't tell stories on each other, so don't ask, you know.
I don't know. He might tell something on you.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. We got a pact. So, but yeah, it's been a great journey in public service for now 32 years and almost, 31. And I've gotten to do so many great things through the police department journey and now through the city manager journey, learning about how cities work. You know, I have a little joke where last year I was doing a summer reading program for some kids at the library, and the librarian picked the book I was going to read, and it was on a first grade level. The title of the book was How a City Works. And I said, somebody should have gave me this book back in May of 24.
Yeah, well, it was not on
when
your...
the sewer goes under the ground, it has to go to a plant. Then the plant processes it and puts it, you know, so...
Very good.
Yeah, very good. So... But
so
now,
it wasn't on your bingo card to become a city manager?
No, not really. No.
Yeah.
It kind of happened organically that way. And really with the council and mayor that we have and the folks I have working at the city, it has been very rewarding to contribute so much to how Gatesville is kind of turning corners, becoming more of a development interest type of city. You know, we're just finally getting fiber internet, and that makes a lot of difference in town. And there's a lot of pain and growing pains that come with that kind of growth. And so doing it smart and doing it in a way that contributes to the culture of Gatesville while growing in a direction that folks want to see happen, you know, it's very, again, challenging, but also exciting and rewarding to have a part in. So,
So what has surprised you the most since you've started this new part of your career?
Really, I think it's the complexity of multiple grants and projects that we're trying to incorporate into our budget to be able to limit that burden on water customers and taxpayers, but still be able to have to build a $60 million project in Gatesville money. That's quite a bit, right?
So what is this project for?
These are some antiquated systems out at the intake and production plant on Lake Belton for water supply. We also supply to wholesale customers, about 5 or 6 of them. We supply to North Fort Hood. We have our gated communities on the north side of town that are owned by the state. It's TDCJ property, the prisons.
Yes,
And
right.
so we
There's
have
that.
to make sure we have multiple cooperative efforts going through the federal and state governments, as well as our local citizens and county folks that don't live in the city but still are supplied by the water coming out of that same production plant. Very complex, you know, organism to manage and make sure we get up to date on a lot of things that honestly some cans have been kicked down the road for 40 years, and now it's time to pick them up and address them. And that's really where we're at, is making that happen, you know, over a period of years in capital improvement projects to, again, limit impacts on citizens and customers, but still get very necessary projects done to keep water flowing through your faucet and then flushing and going away like you need it to is a lot. It's been exciting to learn about it and really listen to these public works folks and what they need. And then again, getting to do great things like a parks master plan, and they did a parks survey recently to build new things and better things to make quality of life things happen in town as well.
How many people live in Gatesville? What's your population?
So the population's a little over 16,000, and about half of that is roughly in the prison population. It does count towards the population. So the retail area for Gatesville is about 40,000 people, because we are 20 miles from McGregor and 20 miles from Cove, and now when you start going west and north, it's a lot longer out there to the next Walmart, to the next H-E-B, or to the next...
You're kind of encapsulated, right?
We are. So we become a regional hub for that retail. And that's been great, because a lot of people come to town every day to do their shopping, and they're going to want to eat, they're going to want to visit somewhere. And so, yeah, it's a lot of the folks in town on a given Monday didn't wake up in Gatesville and stay in Gatesville today. They came from somewhere to come visit Gatesville. And we want to be cognizant of that and give them a good experience.
So the historic aspect of Gatesville, you mentioned that you've received the designation for, and so what is that going to mean specifically? I mean, are there particular grants you're going after?
So yes, when we went through the state Texas Historic Commission and the National Park Service to become the the designated historic district. What it really does is offer incentives and grants to private owners that want to modernize or remodel a historic building. And so each building was assessed for its historic value. And I believe we had over 150 buildings in the district that qualified as historic.
Really?
So if you were remodeling a building like this one that we're sitting in here in Waco, and you wanted to redo the floor, you might get that 45 to 60% covered by the historic designation through the State Historic Commission or National Park Service, and eligible for reimbursements up to that amount for, modernizing and keeping historic buildings open and available to folks. That's their whole idea, is to preserve these buildings and not have them just be leveled for something modern to be put in.
Yeah,
right. So,
an ugly box put in its place. So preserving the historic character.
Yes.
Of Gatesville is paramount.
Yes, and making it easier experience, make it more accessible for folks. A lot of the grants that we're going for right now through the Texas Historic Commission have to do with sidewalks and ramps and parking areas, some infrastructure and lighting and signs. We're going to do wayfinding signs pretty soon to really encourage folks to visit the Coryell Museum, the Spur collection there.
Love
right? So
that
we're the
place.
Spur capital of Texas.
It has got the most unusual things in it.
Yep, it sure does. There's a whole, original jail.
The jail
inside.
that has Sam Bass had been kept there, and you can see that there's a trap door and a space underneath. And you've heard the expression, they're going to put you under the jail. I mean, they literally...
That's how they actually
put people
stored
under
the
jail.
Prisoners under the jail.
Yeah,
in
because
the old
before
days.
they were chaining them to like a tree.
Right. So that was that was the humane way, to put them in a... And I mean, if you've seen that jail...
And the jailer sat there on the trap door to keep...
The basement's about a 3-foot crawl space that you're in. You're not standing up.
It is just amazing. It was reconstructed and then put in the building.
Yes.
But the thing that I tell more people about is the little curio cabinet. I think it's on, there's not 2 floors. It was, anyway.
There are 2 floors.
Oh, it's on the second floor then. I do remember that. And a lady had done the miniature figures from Gone with the Wind.
Yes.
And she wrote to MGM, and they sent her the actual fabric, the green velvet that Vivian Lee wore, and is on a little doll in Gatesville.
Yep.
I mean, I geek out on that kind of stuff.
I think Pancho Villa's spurs are part of that collection.
Well,
and some other of the spurs from famous
and Jackie
folks.
Kennedy.
Yes.
Jackie Onassis. She was Jackie Bouvier at the time. That was when she was learning to write. She was doing the English writing. They have her spurs in there.
That's pretty eclectic. If you got Pancho Villa and Jackie in the same collection.
In the same room,
So.
The whole story. So the Spur became the Spur capital of Texas just because this coach received
designated by the state as the Spur capital. In fact. So yes,
I love that museum. Really, everyone should go and visit the Coryell County Museum for sure. But let's talk about the 250th. Now, so we're gearing up for a big holiday. Is it kind of July 4th going to be the big event?
If you ask our fitness center director, Patrice Gilbert, the 3rd is really the big event. That's Pickle Fest.
Oh, okay.
But if you ask her boss, Seth, who's over the 4th of July festival, it's the 4th.
Of course.
So really the multiple day thing is the big deal for us. Starting on the 2nd, we're going to have a tournament, softball adult co-ed, and we call it North Fort Hood versus the World. So we're getting a couple of the units up there at North Fort Hood involved, and then a couple local city or county or other businesses to play co-ed softball and see if the military can beat the civilians.
Why not?
So we have a really good relationship with North Fort up there as well. Then on the 3rd, we have a pickleball tournament going, and there's only about 2 teams slots left open for that. We're going to have 24 teams.
So where do they play there?
At the Civic Center.
Okay.
They lay them out on the floor of the Civic Center.
Okay.
And right as that's still ongoing at the same location at the Civic Center is Pickle Fest. And so if you've never had pickle beer or pickle cotton candy or pickle ice cream, you know, you got to come out and check it out. There's going to be a lot of, I think we have over 50 or 60 vendors already signed up from across the state. HEB is going to be heavily involved. If HEB has a product that tastes or look like pickles,
It's going to be there.
it's going to be there.
Yeah.
So
I know
pickle
potato
keychains
chips.
and pickle hats and
Yeah.
all the games will be pickle themed. So
Yeah.
if you're going to play cornhole, it's going to be pickle toss, you know. So we're really excited about that one. That's a brainchild again of Patrice's, and it just made sense to make it a part of this celebration of the America's 250th. And so then on the 4th, we had not been having a 4th of July parade for many years. We don't really intend to try to compete with the big ones, such as the Belton one is a
Belton
very
always has
large.
the big one, yeah.
You know, we've never had the governor who became the president walk in the Gatesville parade, and he did that in Belton. And but we're going to do one in the afternoon. Now, I know that's going to be hot, but it's intentionally set in the afternoon so that when it ends, everyone will be at the festival area, which is on the campus of GISD. That's where we normally have a fireworks show every year anyway. And so we added the parade and the festival before the show, before the fireworks. And so at the fireworks festival, we have a couple live singers coming.
Oh, good.
And if I go to my flyers page here, first of all, I have flyers for everything. So
Good.
let's see, just a second. All right, so this is my camera there.
Yeah.
All right.
4th of July,
I don't know if
okay.
that zooms in, but Anna Grace will be there, as well as Taylor Branch and Jerry Branch and Friends.
Okay.
So those are some really well-known local artists that will be playing at the festival. And we'll have, again, a midway on that campus of Gatesville ISD, and great partnership, again, with the schools to let us use their fields and their streets and their area, not just for fireworks every year, but now a festival as well. And we're hoping to get a lot of entries into the parade. The parade applications are online right now. If you look at our GatesvilleTX.com website, you can find the parade applications, all the information about Pickle Fest and the pickleball tournament. We're still accepting vendors in Pickle Fest as well.
I love it.
And the pickleball tournament signups are still there. And then I've got some events that are happening before then that we can talk about too. But
Okay, sure.
really, for that America's 250th thing, we're deep into the planning. We have all the operations plans and safety and security and traffic control done. And now what we're really encouraging folks is to sign up, get a float or an entry into our parade, come out to Pickle Fest or be a vendor at our festival. You know, stay around town in the afternoon on the 4th and see what's going on, and stay around town on the 3rd. I think that's a Friday. Come out and watch us beat up on the Fort Hood guys on the 2nd. You know, it won't be me unless I'm pitching, but I mean, we got some pretty good softball players in the city. So yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. It's a lot of work, but giving back to the community on a historic event. You know, the bi-sesquicentennial, I believe, is what I looked up.
That's right. It doesn't just roll off.
It does not roll off the tongue. But
I've heard it being called the supercentennial.
I can go with that. That's a lot easier.
That is
Okay,
a lot
I'm gonna
easier.
Switch to that one. Yeah.
Yeah, it is a big deal for the
It's
nation.
a big dill, Ann. A big dill.
Big
Yes.
dill.
It's going to be our finest sour.
I got it. That's right. Keep that branding.
I have a lot of dad jokes go with the Pickle Fest if you want to hear them all.
Keep that branding going.
That's right.
So what's the best way someone can help, maybe as we look at not only these events, but also the rebuilding part in downtown Gatesville?
So every visit to Gatesville and coming to downtown to see what there is to offer helps the entire downtown community and development there. So if Laird's Furniture does redevelop, they are trying to kind of determine what model do they want to follow. Do they want to just become a complete furniture store again, or are they open to other ideas as to what some of their space could be that's going to fit a need or a want in town? If the Messenger Building and the building next to it, which was the bail bond company, do or don't remain under that ownership, what else would be, you know, interesting there for folks to want to be visiting and see in downtown? So that's really just the help that we are asking for, is just come visit, look around, do a little shopping at these boutiques. We are pretty famously as a family going and supporting the local economy most, weekends downtown, and we know all the shop owners pretty well, and want them to succeed. And, there's more to Gatesville than you think, and there's on the west side of town is the hospital, which I think to me was one of the bigger surprises about Gatesville, is how big Coryell Health is and what they can offer out
I
there.
have heard more people from Waco who are choosing to come to Coryell in Gatesville to have procedures done.
Yes. I mean, you park 20 feet from the front
That
door instead
it's
of
like a
2,000
beautifully
yards
run
out. And yes,
boutique hospital.
it is. I have nothing
No, I have
but
talked to
praise
several
for them.
people that are choosing to come to Gatesville.
I tell you, I went in the ER about a month ago thinking I was having a heart attack, and I had a neck pinch nerve.
Well, that's.
But my entire visit to the ER was 3.5 hours with an EKG, a scan, a blood test, the whole thing. I mean, I don't know if I'd have gotten out of a chair in another hospital in 3.5 hours, and I was back home asleep. So it is very, I give them nothing but kudos for the care that they give you. And again, it's a great thing to have in a community like Gatesville, is a hospital like that. So.
Yeah, and I do know if you need to
There's a
have
pitch.
your driver's license renewed,
Yes.
coming to Gatesville, it's a lot quicker than
Yes, indeed.
dealing with
That's right.
the situation here in Waco, for sure.
Yeah, we're the eastern edge of West Texas, but we're right there, just 30 or 40 miles away. So.
Oh yeah, and it's a beautiful drive, really, to come west out of Waco to go to Gatesville. Well, I like to end these little visits with a questionnaire. It's similar to the one the late great James Lipton used on Inside the Actors Studio.
Okay.
So this is my take on it. I'm going to ask you, City Manager Hunt, what is your favorite word?
Resilience.
You're sure seeing it.
Yep, resilience. It's ups and downs happen through careers and lifetimes, and challenges pop up, but resilience means that you believe in yourself, your team, your people, your community, and you need to exhibit that as much as you can. So.
Yeah. Least favorite word?
Hopelessness.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think there's always going to be hope in any situation. I was thinking about this yesterday because it was the 12th anniversary of probably the worst call I ever saw as an officer. But the family still posts on Facebook the memory of their child and the hope they have for their future and the things that they learned from that, and I learned from them in that deal. And there's never really a complete lack of hope in any situation, I believe.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure you've seen a lot as a police officer. What turns you on creatively, spiritually, or emotionally?
That one got me for a second. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I did it to myself. It's all right. Really, it's opportunities and challenges to build something great for the community and the citizens that we're serving. Great city governments happen when there's great leaders at every single level in that government, and that their thought every day is, what can I do for somebody, and not just come to work and go home and clock in, clock out kind of mentalities, when you're in a smaller town such as Gatesville, everybody's wearing 4 or 5 hats. There's not a lot of delegated down to the next level, and it just kind of goes off where you're shaking hands and then somebody turns, there's no one there to shake a hand with,
Yeah.
So you have to be flexible and multi-talented and really be able to, I'll say we're juggling a lot right now, and it's not just juggling balls that are in the air. There's a chainsaw, there's a live baby, there's a flaming torch, and we're juggling all that right now. And everyone is pretty much a master at that in these government, the city government departments and the levels that they're at. So kind of rambled into a corner there, but again, it's really that flexibility that I really get, and the creativity that I see that really, gets me to work every day ready to go and ready to help and ready to be part of something great.
Yeah.
So
what turns you off creatively or spiritually or emotionally?
Well, it's almost like that hopelessness again, but it's more about, well, this problem has been the same it's been for 30 years, so what are we going to do about it? What can we do about it? And, I don't really accept that you just should give up and not try to think of some way to find a way to say yes to something and instead of just saying, no, it's not possible, right? So a lot of the developers that are coming to town are seeing that mentality with Gatesville now is we have water and sewer challenges in certain parts of town, but give us some time, maybe give us some resources as well, and we'll find a way to say yes. We'll turn permits around in a timely manner and treat people all the same and fairly and find ways to really grow again in that smart way, as a community and as a city.
Okay. What is your favorite sound? And don't tell me a flush.
Oh, it's laughing. A successful flush is a great flush, Ann. I say laughter is my favorite sound.
That's good. It does the heart good.
And now we're laughing. So yes.
So. Yeah. Least favorite sound?
Well, it's my dog. Whenever they're throwing up on the floor, I'd say is probably the
That's a
least
first.
favorite.
I've done 1,000 interviews.
Yep.
I've
It's
not
very
heard that.
fresh in my mind right now.
But we all know that's.
And that one will get you moving at 2 a.m, that's for sure. So you hear a bump in the night, you might lay in bed thinking, what is that? But the dog sound will get you up and moving. So.
Okay, so you've worn a lot of different hats.
Yes.
I mean, you've been a police work, which is, I think is awesome that someone who really understands law enforcement is now in city management. I just think that's tremendous. But was there a job or a career or something you always thought, oh, I'd like to try that or like to have done that?
Well, I was going to be a pilot for the longest time. And we actually had an air unit back in the day in Temple that I got to be a part of and fly in the helicopter often. And I learned how to keep it straight and level pretty well. And if we had to crash land, I might have been able to do it. But that was very financially, difficult to keep going. It was a coordinated effort between several agencies in Bell County.
Yeah.
And, helicopter pilots are a little crazy. And so back then I probably was too, So now we do have an airport in Gatesville as well that we're trying to do an airport master plan on. And I did gain a lot of experience learning from the Temple Airport folks on what it takes to really have an airport. And of course the air show was always every year there. We're still focusing on aviation a little more than probably has been done in the past in Gatesville, looking at maybe expanding the runway some or improving services out there, starting an airport advisory board and getting input from the pilots that do have long relationships out there with the airport and hangars that they are renting. So everything that I've gotten to do in my lifetime, I was in a little bit of construction while I was still in college, and that's been paying off, and at least being able to speak construction a little bit or understand the challenges that the construction workers face in terms of safety and fatigue. And in the summer, yes, it's going to be difficult to get the same job done as it is going to be in May, for instance. So I mean, just being well-rounded that way has really helped me a lot in being a city manager.
Is there any job, though, that you think, I don't want to do that, somebody else can do that?
Well, if you go out to the water treatment plant and see what some of them go through on the wastewater side, that job can be pretty crappy.
Okay, enough said. All right. One last question
pretty
then.
Pretty tough job, but I have a lot of appreciation for them.
Oh, yeah. No, I know. It's like, I'm so grateful that somebody's willing to do that. So the last question is, when you arrive at the pearly gates, what do you want to hear the Lord say?
He was a good servant to his family, to his community, and to God.
Amen. Thank you, Brad Hunt.
Thank you.
Appreciate all you're doing in Gatesville and anything folks can do to come and help things out at Gatesville as the downtown square is going to be rebuilding, and we're celebrating the supercentennial as we are.
Supercentennial.
I just go to Gatesville.
That's right. GatesvilleTX.com is where you can find all the information on all those events, and we hope to see you in May, June, or July. We got a lot of stuff coming up.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Stay with us. There's more of the show ahead.
It's the premier charity event of the year, the 2026 Central Texas Cattle Barons Ball, presented by Ascension Provident. A fun evening filled with great food and drink, dancing, a spectacular auction, and more. This year's theme is Nashville Nights, Neon Lights, and Bullfights. Get your tickets now, donate, or be a sponsor. Help support the American Cancer Society to find a cure. The 2026 Central Texas Cattle Barons Ball, October 24th at MCC Highlander Ranch. For more information, go to centraltexascattlebaronsball.org.
For anyone that's in the car buying mode or looking for a car right now or a truck, I would definitely come by Allen Samuels, get to know the people here like I have, how well I'm taking care of the dealership and how well, service and any kind of warranty issues or those sort of things. Because of the way they take care of me, it's made me a Ram driver. And so I don't think they'd want to go anywhere else if they came here.
Like Alan Samuels always said, Waco has a lot to offer, and so do we at Alan Samuels Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Fiat. Come by, let's be friends.
Earning an online certification is a quick and convenient way to gain industry-recognized credentials. Select your ACLS course. Print your ACLS certificate. You can print your certification wallet card. aclsnow.com.
Our patented handles were launched in 2018. We continue to push the boundaries of strength training. Join us in making your training more natural and effective. Visit Engels90.com to learn more and revolutionize your workout.
Cleanse your body of accumulated toxins and embark on your wellness journey at your own pace. At Global Healing, we provide premium supplements to help your body heal naturally. Start your healing journey today at globalhealing.com and organichemp.com.
Designed to elevate the off-road experience, enabling adventurers to conquer any terrain. For 50 years, you've trusted us on your toughest recoveries, to your most breathtaking destinations, and in countless unforgettable memories.
Finance is evolving. Automation, data analytics, and AI are reshaping what finance teams do every single day. The best way to predict the future of finance is to be ready for it. If you want a head start, check out 365 Financial Analyst.
At 4U Health, we believe wellness and lab testing should be accessible, inclusive, and yes, fun. With our tech-powered at-home lab test, you save time and money while feeling your best. 4U Health. Visit 4uhealth.com today.
Enjoy a quiet atmosphere with beautiful river views at the Brazos Landing, located in Waco along the Brazos River across from McLean Stadium. Enjoy homemade dishes like shrimp and grits, chicken piccata, braised short ribs, prime New York steaks, and more. Plus, enjoy a delicious dessert like creme brulee or key lime pie. Open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday. Brazos Landing in Waco, the only place where I-35 and the Brazos River meet.
If I had somebody that was looking for a car, I would definitely recommend Alan Samuels. The trust that I have, the care that they take, they genuinely want to take care of you. They really ask for your feedback when you go to the support department to make sure they're taking care of you in every way possible. So I really appreciate that they listen to your feedback.
Like Alan Samuels always said, Waco has a lot to offer, and so do we at Alan Samuels Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Fiat. Come by, let's be friends.
Apollo Neuro is a new kind of wearable that helps your body recover from stress, that helps you calm down and feel better. You sleep better, and you can get back to being yourself. Learn more at apolloneuro.com.
I had a panic moment running my hands through my hair, and that's when I found Keeps. Keeps gave me the results that I was really looking for.
I definitely felt a lot more confident once I saw my hair coming back.
Keeps has given me the control of my hair back.
Get your first month free at Keeps.com.
It's not just a glove, it's a 44 Pro. Crafted with dedication, made for performance, and built to last. Get your custom glove today at 44pro.com and experience the 44 Pro difference. That's 44pro.com, 44 Pro.
This is a Rogue Media Network production.